On behalf of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council, welcome to Gadigal land. This always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
The Sydney Peace Foundation is absolutely thrilled to award our prestigious gold medal for human rights to Midnight Oil.
Midnight Oil songs have been and continue to be a powerful message for the love of our country, for Indigenous people, and the need to recognise and celebrate the ethics of care and love for our collective home, Australia. So thank you guys, you're so deserving of this, good on you.
They told a story of our country that was as relatable as it was hopeful. A country that you wanted to create, and a kind of way of thinking about social change and music that made you want to be part of that.
You know, they say that the future is set by those who take action today. You have been taking action for decades and decades and decades. You still are, and you're inspiring millions of people to take action. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
I'm thrilled to be able to introduce Stan Grant and Midnight Oil.
When the band first started, was there this idea that you would be this type of band, that you weren't going to write love songs? I mean, you may have veered into it occasionally, but you were going to be this political band. And tell us about that mission statement of Midnight Oil.
It's funny because once it all started rolling along and we became involved with various causes, and it was very interesting because it was a different thing from all the other rock bands that we did at the time. Sex and drugs and rock and roll and all of that. This was like, you know, we were reading books and, you know, listening to lectures, going along to listen to things at the town hall and things.
Sometimes a song will come in and we'll just record it, and other times we'll be hanging around for 10 years trying to figure out what happens next. And I don't think you can talk about it too much other than to say it's an absolute miracle that we were together and that we were able to create music of this kind and then go out and perform it.
After all these years, when it came songwriting time again, and the songwriters in the band were clearly writing stuff from the heart about this amazing city, about Gadigal, and about the incredible statement from the heart, which added another sense of collaboration, that this could be done with First Nations people and everyone that came after. We could collaborate to actually change the future of this city, but also this nation.
We just got back in the room together, and there was a fresh energy, I suppose, unfinished business, all of those things. And yeah, it was, it's just, I think when we just are in a room together, that's when you feel it. And if it's good there, then you can take it elsewhere. But it has to come from inside.
To save fair's fair, to pay the rent now, to pay our share.
The line in the song says, you know, the great Southland can be as great as the one it could have been. When you hear a lyric like that, as great as the one it could have been, can we be that? Can we be that country?
Well, I think the answer is yes, but it depends very much on exactly what lies at the heart of your question, Stan, and that is us settling the historical act of dispossession of First Nations people. If we can reach out and grab that and settle that issue, I think that we can be that great Southland. But if we don't do that, then we're going to be hamstrung and a lesser nation.
The fight goes on almost daily and weekly in this country, and the stupidity of yesterday's men, you know, the Matt Canavans, the Angus Taylors, the Mark Lathams of this country, they're holding back this country, our children and our grandchildren, in a way that which is just completely irresponsible, and it's got to be called out. I'm calling it out now.
Yeah.
I think because people do feel powerless sometimes to change things, that they will put their head in the sand and then they'll get the news that sort of goes with that, you know. But I think that part of our job's been to sort of shine a light on things that in the world that are problematic, but it's also using the power of music to sort of augment that, to sort of get the message through the city walls, like a, you know, a Trojan horse sort of situation. And that can really get the message through if you can find yourself singing along to something that you didn't even agree with. Because there's a great beat and there's a great melody and a great hook. Great.
As patron of the Sydney Peace Foundation and on behalf of the city, I say congratulations to you and I thank you. And I include in those thank yous band member Bones Hillman, whose loss is being mourned even as we celebrate his contribution with this posthumous medal. Thank you.
It is a great privilege not only for us to receive this gold medal for human rights, something which I don't think we ever would have thought about or even considered or conceived of when we first started making music together, but to be in such esteemed company in the reception of the award, and it's a very great honour for us. So thanks very much.
You've provided a North Star for the people of this country. You've reminded us that we can build a new Australia that's embedded in the values that are set at the deepest of our richest and shared humanity. A country where we're all valued, a country where we live in nature's limits and where we're respected as a global citizen, and you've provided that to us, so thank you.
We're really excited to have awarded the Gold Medal for Human Rights to Midnight Oil, who proved that the arts has and can make genuine and powerful change. And just 2 words, thank you.